What's up, guys? Back on me is here at Smallville, Season 9, Episode 1, Savior. Okay, so last season wasn't that great. I hope that this season is better, and also the final. But yeah, so this episode takes place, I think, 4 weeks after last episode. And Chloe is, everyone off the grid. Everyone just disappeared after last episode. But Clark, what he did was he left so that Clark Kent was dead because he wanted to be himself without any attachments. So he said that he swore himself dead and he left. But now we learned what he left to do. He went to finally start his training at the fortress. So yeah. So Lois, last season, used the Legion ring and transported her to the future. So this beginning episode transports her back with a mysterious assassin after her. And it seems like Clark saved her, but Clark's like, hey, the only way to is say goodbye to Lois. So, and Lois also meets this new guy named John Corden. I think that's his name. John Corden, who for some reason has a thing against the Blur. And it's kind of like, why? Like, why would you have a thing against the Blur? The Blur saves people, and you have a thing against it. And, yeah, and Lois, she wants, to know, like, where the Blur is and everything. She and that Blur have that special connection where she calls him. And, yeah. So then we get with Tess. And Tess is mansion, or Lex's mansion, has been taken over by the disciple of, as of last episode, Major Zod. So, yeah. And Major Zod is played by Calvin Blue. So, I really enjoyed Calvin Blue's performance in this episode. So, yeah. And he's like, and his disciples, even, there's a clone of he created a clone of his wife, Theora, his wife, there's a clone of her named Theora Orel. So, and they're like, where's our planet? And Lois, and Tess is like, how could you tell them, that this is where our planet is when you don't even know where you are. So, yeah, and he's like, they may not spare you, but they may spare you, but I, and Tess is all beat up, so, yeah, so Clark he goes back and to, and just like the disciples of Zod are like, we're on our planet, and he's like, I could rather have some random guy rule you, or he could rule them. And I guess they just left because when Tess looked at the footage, all the footage is gone. So yeah, so Chloe's like, hey Clark, bring back Jimmy. Use the Legion ring to bring back Jimmy, and Clark's like, whoa, Chloe, I can't do that. The last time that happened, his father died, and she's like, well, I guess there's more Kryptonian in you after all. And I was just annoyed by the scene because I get it. She wants him back. But Clark can't do it, or he might mess up one of his friends, like, futures. Because remember, Jonathan died when he saved Lana. So if he brings back Jimmy, Chloe or any of his friends could die. So I guess he's like, hesitant to do it because he doesn't want to repeat episode 12 of season 5. So I get why he doesn't want to do it. But Chloe has no right to say it to him. She has no right to say that the reason why he doesn't want to do it is because of is because he's showing his Kryptonian side after all. And calls Lois saying that keep between them, but he might stay there for a while. And John Corden's like, hey, I'm gonna stay here for a while. And she's like, I'm your desk partner. And she's like, hold up, Clark Kent's gonna come back. So don't wait. Don't like, you know what they say, like, don't hold your seat too long or something. Oh wait, no, it's like, don't get comfy in that seat because Clark Kent coming back. That wraps up this episode. This premiere was really interesting. It introduced Zod. Introduced Zod. Oliver was not in this episode. He was only a credit only because it's still in the credits. So, yeah, this episode was... Oh, wait, Oliver was in this episode. I forgot. There was a scene where Oliver was in, like, this boxing match. And that's when that assassin lady came to attack Lois, but she was like, oh yeah, I'm not really after Lois. I'm here after you, Clark. And they got into a little fight. Boom, 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 boom. And she was like, she put blue kryptonite on him, and she's like, oh yeah, we're from the same race, Clark, but you will destroy the world. So, but then she like throws like a trap, but it hits her, so she dies, and yeah. And Oliver says that, and Oliver was drunk fighting, and yeah, this episode was really cool. So like, comment, subscribe, hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next Smallville.